Yeah?
Hmm.
Malcolm, do you want to start in a minute? My mum's just calling me.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, it's May to December, it's me, it's Malcolm, and I'm your host. That's right, James has just decided to clear off and talk to his mum, so I'm your host for the time being. So, how are you guys doing? I'm doing really well, and I hope that you all have had a lovely few days, and I hope you're enjoying listening to me, your host. Right?
Hello, your host is back again.
Hosts don't just walk off when the video starts. So today I'm your host. Yes.
Sorry about that, guys. I was being called, and so I had to see what my mum wanted. But we are back with the 11th Geeky-Chat, that Saturday edition. And as you saw, I'm joined again by Malcolm, who actually started off the chat this time round. Anyway, how are you, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing real good. Been watching videos, been watching films. I'll talk about the films I've watched a little bit later. Because I've got quite a few. I've been in the with. Oh look, it's Jimmy Richards. What's this? Oh, come on, I think you should become a wrestler. Your name could be Kipper. You think you could be Jack Rapper. Jimmy Richards, I agree with you completely. I think I think what I should come out is in one of those tight leotard things, but as Kipper, right? And I should come up like a toy Kipper and wave it about like this. And go Daniel Bryan, we're going down the ring going, yes, yes, sideways. I should go that way with a fish. Kipper. I think it'd be great. And I think the theme tune,
That sounds awesome.
it does. I might even make the costume and wear it on the chat.
What are you going to make it out of?
I don't know. If I made a costume, it'd be all wrong, and it'd be like this. Because I want no sizing or anything.
How about if you make it out of bacon?
Bacon. That just sounds this. Hey Adam, I watched one of your videos. I hope you got my message. I enjoy your videos, by the way. Just in case you didn't get my message already, that is. You know, the comment.
So that's from our two viewers. I bet our last viewer is Kelly. Do you?
Nah, I don't think so. I think she's had enough of you and me.
Sorry?
I think she's had enough of you and me.
I don't think so. She loves these.
I think she's had enough because I think she's realised that that I've got I know nothing about horror and you know everything about horror. I think it's a big shock.
Now, I know about horror in the way that I know only about the ones I've got, not ones I haven't got, or not ones I've heard of.
Yeah. Well, we've all got our own things, me. The problem is, I joke about you don't know much about horror movies, but to be honest with you, you don't have to know much to have fun anyway, at the end of the day, whatever movies you've watched, that's what's important, I mean, I've watched so many movies, but half of them, I wish I could have just thrown in the bin and had nothing to do with. So, I saw you saw my Blu-ray update.
Yeah, very good.
But I've got another update tonight with these in. Look at this. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot more, isn't it?
Yeah, I got them all today. So I've got another update coming. And yes, I'm back on form. I've got movies coming every day, and I'm back. So I'm looking forward to doing all these Blu-ray updates, doing videos and everything.
It's a bit like you went on a bit of a jaunt, didn't you? You stopped buying for a bit, and now you've come back again.
I did stop, and now I've come back on myself again, buying movies, wasting money. Hey, that should have been my name. Wasting money should have been my name, because technically that's what I fucking do all the time by buying movies. But
it's your passion, isn't it?
Movies is my passion.
Not really.
I want to have a complete movie room, but it's never going to happen. Because I'd like to have movies all around the walls in one room, and be able to show them off like how you did on your shelves.
Yeah. Is your house not big enough for your collection?
It's big enough, but I just It's big enough, but just haven't got the room technically at the minute because more important things need to be in the rooms.
Yeah. Kelly've come in and said, "Hey, James, Malcolm, and Adam, and Jimmy."
Movies, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future sometime.
Kelly's entered.
Is she? I can't see her. Where is she? All I see is Jimmy Richards giving me a smile. That's all I see.
Jimmy Richards.
Jimmy Richards, he likes to watch kippers flying. James is with him, dancing, holding his hand. Yeah, yeah. What's going on? Malcolm, I think yeah, I saw the comment. Thank you for watching my video. It made me laugh about your gremlin story. Yeah, it's a true story. And I subscribe to you, and I'm going to watch more of your videos because I think they're awesome.
What story did you say?
I'm not, you know, if anybody wants to see that story, you need to go over to Adam's channel and you need to either subscribe or you need to just read it. But I recommend subscribing because the guy's awesome. He's got great videos. Feel a bit silly not watching much of Godzilla though, but that's going to change in time. But other than that, yeah, check his channel out, give him a subscribe and everything. Awesome guy.
How many Godzilla films are there now?
60, I think.
60?
There's tons of them. Like, recently on Blu-ray, there's been like 20 odd released. And I've picked up 2 of them on a double pack Blu-ray. And to be honest with you, I remember watching the 90s one, not all of it, but bits of it, and thinking this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And it kind of put me off, but knowing that the movies actually originate from Japan actually makes me want to buy them because I'm into Asian cinema. So, you know, I mean, have you seen any of the Godzilla movies?
I don't know if this is the actor that was in one of them, but that guy from Jurassic Park in one of them, Jeff Goldblum.
Have you seen the Godzilla movies?
Has Jeff Goldblum been in any?
No, he's been in Jurassic Park. So you thought Jurassic Park was Godzilla?
No.
Oh no! Oh, oh dear! I can't believe this. He thought Jurassic Park was Godzilla.
No, I thought he was in a Godzilla film.
It might have been. I don't know.
The one from the 90s.
I don't know. It might have been. I don't know. All I thought was you were going about Jurassic Park. I know what's his name's in it from Leon. I know he's in the 90s one.
Okay.
And I think Matthew Broderick. I think. I don't know. It's in it in years. Hey guys, it's me. It's May to December. It's me.
You were going to do an impression of me after I did one of you.
Yeah, I need to do it. I just keep forgetting to do it at the beginning of the video.
You can do it on here if you want.
Want me to do it with you right now?
Yeah, go on then.
Alright. Let's have a look. What's going on here? I'm always the only girl in hangouts. That's the good thing, Kelly. That's always good. Then you get all the men just going, yay! Alright, here we go. My James impersonation, ready?
Yeah.
There we go. Hey guys. Welcome back to my video. I finally I've done it for 10 years. It finally works.
Yeah.
And the most bit, the next bit, right?
What?
It's always like he's in a mental world or something.
What?
Have you guys seen? We've got a comment, James. Have you seen the movie Fortress? It's about an Australian school teacher and her students who are kidnapped by 4 guys wearing masks. No,
We should wear masks.
I haven't seen that film, but I've seen the Fortress film starring Christopher Lambert, where he's up in the thing, and basically monster and everything, and there's this big killer truck, but at the end tries to kill him. But I haven't heard of that at all. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of it, but it sounds interesting. Is it violent? Is it gloomy?
Do you like the Mask film, Malcolm?
What, the one with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Somebody stop me! You know what? I like that film, and I've always thought when he put the mask on, I always thought it was more cool, like the swinging around and all this, and his heart going boom, 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 and all that. I like that movie.
What about the sequel or the later thing called Son of the Mask?
I saw bits of it and thought it was just stupid. I liked the original one. I didn't like Son of the Mask because it had Jamie Kennedy in, I think, and it was about a little baby, and I didn't like that. I did like the animated series though, with the Mask.
Yeah.
I think the best one.
To be honest with you, I used to have that on VHS. Hello?
Oh, he's frozen again. Oh, here he is. Somebody stop me.
What did you say? I used to have it on VHS.
You used to have it on VHS?
Yeah.
I've got on Blu-ray.
What, the animated series?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah.
But the animated series needs to come out on DVD and Blu-ray, and I need to own that.
How many seasons did they make? Do you know?
I think it was 2.
Yeah.
And there was missing episodes as well, which I've got it downloaded. You know?
I remember I used to love the theme tune to that cartoon.
Did you really? Can you sing it?
No, can you?
Yeah, right? I ain't got a clue what the soundtrack was. Somebody stop me!
Smoking.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I think it's great when the villain puts the mask on and his head gets like 6 times bigger. It's like this. But when Jim Gay puts it on, he's like this. Oh yeah. I thought it was great, you know?
Yeah. Who says this? Malcolm, I think you should become a special... Oh, you read that already.
Adam put, when Jim Carrey used to put the mask on, that bit used to scare me when I was a kid. And do you know what? It did me too. When I was a little kid and I watched that movie, I was horrified. It did, because how he used to scream when it come on and everything. It used to be horrible. But as I got older, it was like, this is awesome. This is me on a weekend, you know. During the week, I'm Mr. Boring, working hard in a bank, in my mind that is at the minute. And then on the weekend, on goes the mask. And I start screaming horrendously and I start doing the most weirdest shit possible. It'd be cool to have a mask like that though.
Why, what would you do with it? What would you do when you become...
I think I'd be 1,000 times worse than I'm on this chat. I think I'd be dancing around, jumping on the roof, screaming, grabbing old people's dogs and throwing them up in the air and catching them and everything. I think it'd be awesome. You know?
I think it's awesome that Ken is the only girl on the chat.
I think it's awesome too. I think it's awesome too because we can all attack her with our manly chats.
No.
You know? James wants to dance with Kelly in his room going like this. Let's have a look.
Let's have a drop of this.
Have you got... where are we? Oh, yeah.
What do you think's in here, Malcolm?
Well, definitely what?
What do you think's in this?
Let me guess. Cider.
No.
Let me guess. Lager.
Milk.
Oh look, we've got. Oh look, what's going on here? Jimmy Richards is putting, "Hey Kelly, you're awesome." Thank you, Jimmy. You're awesome too. Oh, Jimmy, you dirty devil, trying to get some action, are you?
Water. Okay.
Let's have a look what's going on here.
Some ice cubes.
Yeah, so okay, okay. So come on, James. Let's talk about it, Sam. Bring up a subject.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your next or blue? Not your next DVD or Blu-ray to pick up?
What to buy?
Yeah.
Wentworth Series 1 on Blu-ray.
When's that out?
It's out in Australia. It's not available anywhere else on Blu-ray, but only Australia. So I'm going to buy it from Australia, and then I'm going to watch it because it's one of my favourite shows. Because it's based off of Prisoner Cell Block H, which was another one of my favourite shows, which was on DVD.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you,
Okay.
it really things like that don't really come over here on Blu-ray.
The only last DVDs I bought is when I bought X-Files season 3
Yeah.
and Project Vampire and Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Yeah.
And
Still angry with you over that.
and the one you like, Blackwater Vampire.
That's the one I like. I didn't say I like cheap budget rubbish. Trying to make me sound like I like rubbish. You know, I'd rather go and eat rubbish than watch that shit. All right.
Good movie.
I will say what I've watched since we last talked, and then I can say a bit about it. People might know it, and they might be able to say something about the movies I've watched. All right. Are you ready, James?
Yeah.
Okay, first I finished Slumberhouse Massacre 3 like I was going to at the end of the last chat, and I didn't think it was as good as the other two. It was alright, but it wasn't great. I didn't enjoy it at all, really. He Who Dares, which is an English film, where they're trapped in a building by these terrorists, it's okay at the beginning, but then it gets utter shit. Because there's bad special effects, bad shooting, and I think it's Paul Tanter who made the film. It's just disappointing. English films, they could be a lot better. They should be. I mean, they've gone downhill a lot. Let's have a look. Mardi Gras Massacre. I always say that name wrong, but I finally got to watch it again. And boy, oh boy, it was the movie I remembered from when I was a kid, watching on my mum's bed on a VCR player. And I have to say, it was a really, really fun movie to watch. It's terrible in every sense of the word, but it's so much fun to watch. There's bits in it, like for instance, when he puts on the costume to cut the women up, you get porn music playing. Then you got the Chinese stereotype where the police go into the restaurant, and not only is he the delivery man, but he's also the person who cooks all the dinner for the restaurant.
Yeah.
And they say to him, he tells them every detail of the bloke and where he lives, and they go, "How do you remember?" He goes, "He gave me a $10 tip." And you're like, yeah, this is a Chinese stereotype. Then there's another bit where they're trying to kick his door in, and they go, "We need a fire engine." And the fire engine turns up 2 seconds later. They axe the door, but instead of opening the door, they leave it to the police to kick it. And they go, "We're done here." And they walk off as the police come back in and kick the door in. It's just really funny.
I should pay for that one. Is it on DVD?
It is on DVD. It's in DVD in America for $30.
That sounds like a lot, is it?
It is a lot, really, for what it is, but depends. I'm definitely going to pick it up when I get the chance to.
Yeah. What's your favourite low-budget movie? Do you have any?
Beautifully recorded, beautifully done with lighting and everything. A little bit disappointing. It's not your typical Galileo movie. Some of the murders are awesome in it. Some of them, they're great. Like, one person's tied to a fairground ride with barbed wire next to it where it goes by, and it cuts the woman's face, and it ends up kind of eyeball out and everything. That's awesome. But the movie itself is a little bit, I really liked it, but a lot of people might not. It's not your typical Galileo film. Then I watched a film called The House with Laughing Windows, which is another Galileo movie, and that was just disturbing. It goes to carry on the painting of this painting that never got finished in this small town. And basically, it's been haunted, and there's all these weird things going on. And at the end, it's just a big shocker when you see the skeleton with the big eyeballs moving.
It sounds pretty good though.
It is good, and you can get it, James, on DVD in England for £8.
Yeah.
Just so you know, from Shameless Entertainment. But it's a good film. The ending is terrifyingly good. I really enjoyed the ending.
Do you have any favourite low budget films, Malcolm?
I do.
What are they?
Body Count, which has been rhymes in it.
Oh, the singer.
No, he's not a singer, is he? Anyway, I'll continue this and then I'll answer your question.
Okay.
I'll get these out of the way and I'll answer. Then I watched The Hangover Games, which is one of those cheap, crappy comedy films. Don't watch it. It's dreadful. It's terrible. It's completely and utter crap. Then I watched Splatter University. And I watched Splatter University, and I have to admit, I really enjoyed the ending. The guy being a priest, who's pretending to be a priest, and he's got his fate, and he pretends to be disabled, James. And after he quickly jumps into the wheelchair and wipes the blood off his hand and everything. Really fun. I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was awesome. I watched Do You Like Hitchcock, which basically was like a homage to Alfred Hitchcock from Dario Argento. It's supposed to be a giallo, and it's got all these hints at different Alfred Hitchcock movies. But I found it to be dire and awful. I didn't like it at all. Not like his older ones. Then I watched Delirium, which is quite funny because it's not that good. It's very sleazy, and when people are getting killed in it, their face goes like this. What?
You sound like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Bingo. And like somebody sticks a chain around his neck, it's like this. And you're like, okay, and there's not that many sex scenes in it. I recommend it, but I recommend you don't expect much from it because it kind of gets weird near the end.
Yeah.
Like there's this bloke who they think's the killer, and he gets killed. Yeah, at the end, there he is, going, quick, let's save him. And you're like, he got killed earlier. So Delirium was a bit weird, but don't get mixed up with the other three Deliriums, because this Delirium is called, in Italian, it's called Delirio Caldo. So make sure you get the right one. And now I'm watching Shadows of the Mind from 1980. I've got 10 minutes left of it, and I didn't finish it because obviously I was doing this. That movie, I downloaded it off a website. It's not that great. It's nothing special, but the ending's really good. I'm really enjoying what's happening in the ending, but the other bits are really weird. She comes out of a mental home after her mum and dad died when she was 12 to her stepbrother, and she's wandering around the estate going like this constantly. Oh, mother, what happened? Oh, father, why is my stepbrother trying to call me his sister when I'm his stepsister? Oh, brother, right? And then someone gets a big thing, a big Grim Reaper cut to the neck. And then basically her psychologist or whatever it is comes to visit. And basically that's where I am now. But the best part in the movies is best movie I think out of them I've watched would probably have to be House with Laughing Windows, Mardi Gras Massacre, Tulpa, and Do You Like Hitchcock? I also downloaded a film called, and this is going to sound really bad, but the film was called this, Please Kill Me, I'm a Faggot Nigger Joe.
Is that the title of the film?
That's the title of the film. It's a 12-minute documentary. If you look on IMDb, you'll find it. Or you should, because it's in my Facebook thing. So I watched it. Basically, as this person cutting their pubic hair, right, in this video, and talking about how they like sadism and how they like being basically tortured doing love making and stuff like that. It's a really weird documentary. It really disturbed the hell out of me. And at the end, I think on just above the pubic hair region, the person puts Judas or something. I can't see because of the picture quality, but it was just really creepy.
What about Suspiria? Have you seen that film?
We last talked. Favourite low budget movies?
Yeah.
Uh, 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 uh,
Anything you like?
anything you like?
Yeah.
I don't know actually. I really, to be honest, low budget movies to me were good. Low budget movies were from the 80s to me. I'm trying to think of any I watched recently. Hold on. Uh,
What's that mean?
trying to think of a film, you know. Uh, oh, I downloaded Slashers so I can watch it for you, James.
Yeah.
So I can talk to you about. I can't think of any. I can't think of any right now. When the chat ends, I'll probably think of like 50.
What about big budget movies then?
Big budget movies. No, seriously. Like, I probably recently. Recently, I bought her. Isn't that a good? That's a beautiful woman, isn't it? Look. Oh, oh, hello, James. Ah, James, it is me. Ah, yes. Probably recently, big movie-wise, I'd probably like, I don't know, again, I can't think of any. You know, I've got all these movies and I can't think of any. Recent one. Rurouni Kenshin.
Sorry?
Rurouni Kenshin from Japan.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, you need to get into anime. You need to watch Rurouni Kenshin, the samurai. Awesome.
What about TV shows? What TV shows are you watching at the moment?
At the moment, I'm watching Nip Tuck again.
Yeah. Is that a classic now?
That's a classic TV show from 2004. That's classic. The best thing about Nip Tuck is when you see the surges and when people get told you. My favourite bit is in series 5 with the elderly lady who manages Sean.
Comedy, sorry.
It's comedy, kind of horror, kind of scary, kind of weird plastic surgeon thing, disturbing. And she puts this thing in it, you know, she puts this vacuum cleaner thing in the guy's mouth, you know, which has the stuff that you put in bears.
Yeah.
Pops his eye out like. And it's like this, the guy, and then he's got like this. It's awesome. I love it.
I've just got done. You know the Angel episode when Connor's born?
Oh, no.
You know the one where Diana stakes herself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Aha! Malcolm and James, did you read the Angel Season 6 comic book? I'm on that right now. I'm just waiting to get the last 2 books before I start reading it. I bought the first, I think it's 4, and I'm really looking forward to reading it, but I want to get the whole lot because I'll go straight for like boom, and then I was going to do a little review kind of thing of it.
Have you got it there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got them upstairs.
Okay.
Otherwise I'd show them, but I've got them upstairs. What about you, James? You haven't read them, have you?
No, I've read some of the old Angel comic books, but nothing to do with the later seasons in comic book form.
The Deadly Spawn. Oh, Adam. The Deadly Spawn. I had to turn that off after half an hour. I was like, no! 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 I just can't watch it. I was like, this is utter trash. This is worse than Nail Gun Massacre. And that's something. I can get all the way through Nail Gun Massacre, but I can't Deadly Spawn. Nail Gun Massacre made me go, oh, this is bad, but I like it. Deadly Spawn made me like this. No! 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 And I was like, turn it off. Seriously.
Sounds like somebody was crazy in the movie.
It was. I just didn't like it. I hated that movie completely. That's worse than your vampire movies.
Do you have a favourite vampire movie?
I do.
Yeah.
The one you don't like. I bet you can't guess what it is.
No, I don't know what it is.
The one you don't like, and that is Dracula, the original one.
Yes, I do like that one.
But do you own it?
No.
Then you don't like it.
I love it. I just I
You
haven't
need to
bought
own it. You need to buy it. You need to have it. You know.
You mean the Bram Stoker one with Gary Oldman?
No, I don't mean that one. I'm talking about the Bela Lugosi one.
Oh my.
The original. So you think the original one came out in what? 1996?
Yeah.
Well, that's when it came out, didn't it?
Oh, may I have a coffee?
Can I have a coffee, please? Thank you. Thank you.
My mummy is making me a coffee.
Your mummy?
Yeah.
You know what? You should. This is. I remember. What's his name? Richard O'Brien. He used to call his mum Mumsy.
Yes, Mumsy.
And I used to watch the Crystal Maze every week, and I used to turn around to my mum and go, "Hello, Mumsy." You know, because that's what used to happen.
Do you call your mum Mom?
I call her Muddy. I call my mum Muddy. My mum, I used to call her mum. When I was a kid, I used to call her mum, and she'd completely ignore me. And what would happen is I started calling her Muddy. To get her attention. So ever since, instead of calling her mum, I call her Muddy.
Mummy.
And she calls me Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
She calls me Pee-wee, right? And my dad calls me Poos Lawoos.
Oh, Mum, what's your nickname for me? Sorry? What's your nickname for me? What do you always say to me sometimes? Jimbo? Is it? No, that's what Nick always says. Nick always calls me Jimbo.
Jimbo?
Yeah.
Hey, Jimbo.
What, man? JJ, that's it.
GJ? Okay. GJ, sound like you're a DJ.
No, my mum calls me JJ.
Oh, JJ?
Yeah.
JJ Rhythm, son. So yeah, my dad calls me Poos Lawoos. Always called me that since I was a little kid. My mum calls me Pee-wee when we were out. She always said she called me that so people wouldn't know what my real name was when we were out.
They call you Poo-Poo?
Not Poo-Poo, Poos Lawoos. And she always said that when I was a kid, she called me Pee-wee when we were out because she didn't want people to know my name, so the strangers couldn't go, "Oh, hello, Malcolm. I'm a friend of your mum's," kind of thing, you know? What's
the reason? Is there any reasons why does she call you that?
I just said the reason.
Pee-wee.
It was because she didn't want people to know my name, so they couldn't try and steal me. You know, like paedophiles and stuff. You know, my dad on the Poos Lawoos, he always called me that from when I was like 2 months old.
My sister always calls me JJ Juju.
JJ Juju.
Joy Lily.
Okay.
I'm just getting a cuppa.
Alright. Let's have a look. What's going on here? Yeah, Mardi Gras Massacre is awesome. It's terrible, it's fun, and I enjoy Sleazy Horror myself. I like a little bit of.
Yeah.
So glad you like Splatter University. Yeah, Splatter University was great. The bit where he pulls the knife out from the cross thing, it's awesome. It's like totally blasphemic in its own way to Christians because it's like, ah! You know, they should have had a samurai movie, like, as a toy sheet, where the guy just carries like a cross and he pulls the sword out, cuts people's throats with it. That would have been awesome. Because that would have got a lot of attention and it would have become probably a video nasty at the time and been classified as devilish or something. That would have been cool.
Speaking of video nasties, I've seen a lot of YouTubers talking about them, a lot of them. And I've never really known the meaning of it. What is exactly a video nasty?
Let me tell you what a video nasty is. Video nasties are basically movies that came out back in the 70s, 80s, mostly 70s. Especially got banned because they were so violent or so bloody, or like things like Last House on the Left, for instance.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras Massacre was a video nasty, even though you wonder now why. Shogun Assassin was a video nasty. Island of Death was a video nasty. All these movies are very tame now, but at the time they were classified as basically too brutal to show, and they ended up on the video nasty list. So what would happen is people would get VHSs from people somehow to watch these movies. Like somehow they'd get them taped or whatever, and they'd put them in the system and watch them. And it was technically illegal to sell them, or to actually, I think it was illegal to sell, maybe not own them, but sell them. Because it was one of those fucking BBFC things, you know, and all that, and MPAA, and I hate it. But video nasties, to be honest, they're not that bad. To me, they're better than today's horror, some of them.
Is all the Shameless titles video nasties?
Some of them are, but not all of them. You should definitely check one out. If you want to check one out, I recommend Island of Death. Because that's... Island of Death, it's narrow release. You can probably get it for $5 now.
Alright.
I recommend you pick it up. I recommend you watch it because it'll blow your mind. Because it's one of the better ones in my view that came out, you know?
Yeah.
What's this?
What's what? Is something falling up your monitor?
It's falling out, alright. My brain. Hey guys, it's me, it's Donald Duck, it's quack quack.
It's Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck, Howard the Duck. Oh dear, James is in one of his fits again of laughter.
What? Hello? Hello?
We should do that with James's laughter.
Why?
And just put it up everywhere, like 50 million videos of it. So when people play up, they look at it and go, oh, what's this? Ah! Oh.
That would be good, that would.
It would be. It'd be awesome. You'd become famous.
Do you think I'd get a lot of money?
I think it would. You'd be like that bloke. Remember back in the day, years ago, when they had that My Mumbo, that big bloke who would be like this, my me, you know that thing? You could be that, but laughing. That was a massive sensation years ago. I think you could be the next YouTube superstar.
Aren't I already?
Oh, well, it may be, but I'm talking about in the billions.
Okay.
You could be the next Brendan Mitchell. Get interviews on people's channels, be on TV, be in movies. That could be you, James. You could be the.
I'd be to ask you, Malcolm. Are you a YouTube partner?
No.
All right.
I would like to be, but I'm not. Let me tell you something about YouTube partners. They're selfish. They're greedy. They're bastards. They fuck the system.
Why?
I like Brendan Mitchell. I like people. I like Wet Movie One and all his channel, but they don't want to give people shout-outs unless they're like friends with them. You know, and to be honest with you, they're so far ahead. Like he's got like what, 17,000 subscribers. It doesn't hurt to give someone a shout-out who's just watching your videos or something. I see people all the time on the live chats going, "Can you give us a shout?" And they don't. They completely ignore them. They don't look at their videos or anything. You know. And I think that's quite bad.
You comment on Wet Movies
Yeah,
channel.
I call him a fucker. And I threatened to kill his family. And I told him, I'll stab your fucking fat ass. I'll put a blade in my ass, you facing towards you, and I'll stab you with one backing up on you.
Is that because you don't like how he's holding up when you don't get him any?
No, I don't put bad things on there. I'll comment sometimes, but there's no point, because most of the time people comment what you'd comment anyway. But I hate his holding up videos because it's like, let's go hold up, baby, woo, you know. What happens is he comes back, he's got Tabasco sauce, but he hasn't got any movies. Me, when I go out and I hold up, I buy at least 40 movies.
What's a Tabasco sauce?
It's some sort of sauce people put on their food. I know, we've got some questions here. Have you seen the 8 Cutting Class? It stars Brad Pitt. I've not seen that, but I recently downloaded a film called, I think it's called Night Class. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Let's have a look. James, what do you think? Oh, he hasn't seen it, Jimmy. James, what do you think of the Director's Show with Jonathan Rhys Meyers? I've seen it, so I can comment on it after he's answered.
Sorry?
What do you think of the Dracula show starring Jonathan Rhys Meyers? You know that new one from 2013?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
I've seen it. I didn't think much of it. The first episode I've seen anyway, and I didn't think very much of it. I thought it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I didn't like the fact it was set in the 1800s or 1900s or wherever it was. I get tired of that. I want today. I want a Dracula movie. I want a Dracula series where somebody's like Angel, for instance, but evil, and they go around eating people when you watch it.
What about have you seen the Dracula movies like in 2001? And
I saw with Joe Butler.
yeah, that one.
I own that, and I thought that was a ridiculous movie, but I really like it.
Because that is more of a kind of up-to-date Dracula movie.
I'd rather have a movie like that than go back to the same formula over and over again. Or why not have one where Dracula's in space, caught masturbating?
Yeah.
Why don't they have one where Dracula's caught masturbating, right? But he's not masturbating.
I don't think that's possible because he's dead.
And by the way, he's masturbating off Frankenstein. Frankenstein and Dracula lovers. The bride of Frankenstein joins in because they have threesomes, right? And the werewolf man is gobsmacked, so he joins in for some doggy action, right? And then you get the invisible man humping everybody, and then you get Van Helsing coming to kill them all, right? Before he kills them, he shags them all again. That would be an awesome TV show. What's this? Malcolm and James, what were your favourite cartoons you used to watch when you were kids? Some of my favourites in the 90s were X-Men and Batman, the animated series.
You go first on that one.
Well, that's easy for me. Batman, Spider-Man. I can't believe I forgot Spider-Man, Jimmy. Right, that's terrible. Spider-Man from the 1990s was awesome. Let's see. Oh, Johnny Bravo. I watched a couple of times. I didn't really like that much. Oh no! Why do I always? My brain goes dead all the time when I do these chats. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't think much. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if that's classified as 80s, I liked it.
Classic.
I grew up on that in the 90s, so we'll count that as the 90s kind of thing for me. James, you can think of someone I'm thinking as well.
Well, I like some of the ones you just mentioned, like the classic 1980s Turtles. I do like some of the old Batman cartoons. Spider-Man, that was a good animated show. And so was The Mask.
Yeah.
Out of, there's only two I own. And of course they're from the era I was born, and that's, well, the first one is. The first one is The Real Ghostbusters from the 1980s. And then the 90s series, Extreme Ghostbusters.
I'm trying to think of others. There was loads that came out which I watched, and I liked. I mean, if you said 90s cartoons you used to watch when you were at summer of favourites, see, most of the shows I watched when I was in the 90s were live action ones, like Saved by the Bell and stuff. There were more animated ones I watched, just can't remember them.
What about Rugrats?
Yeah, Rugrats. Rugrats was one. All Grown Up was another one, but I watched that later on, so that doesn't count. Hey Arnold.
Yeah, that was a classic. They always used to be on, and I think the channel was Nickelodeon in America and here. but
Yeah.
they showed it on CITV as well.
Beavis and Butthead.
I think you said that about that a lot. You like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I like Beavis and Butthead. I like the original ones. I didn't like the newer ones. The movie Beavis and Butthead is one of my favourite movies of all time. Cat and Dog wasn't bad.
Cat and Dog.
Yeah, Cat and Dog was like a cat and a dog that were connected like a sausage, and they were on each side.
What
Uh,
about Danger Mouse?
Danger Mouse was all right. Count Duckula.
Yeah,
Uh, boy, I feel old now.
a duck that was a vegetarian and couldn't eat stuff, blood.
Why have you got that show, haven't you?
Unfortunately, not.
You're a Dracula fan. You haven't got Count Duckula.
Yeah.
Disgraceful. That's the best Dracula interpretation ever. Hey Arnold was one of my favourites at the time. Hey, move it, football head. Hey, Arnold. I always liked Hilda. I always liked
Right.
obsessed with him. I always liked that. I remember thinking when I was a kid, I wish there was a woman obsessed with me. Well, a girl, I should say, because at the time it was a girl, because I was a kid.
Hey Arnold, wasn't that on the same journey, like the same years as Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps?
Yeah, yeah. I remember, because Nickelodeon, when I was a kid, I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but on the summer holidays, they did have a thing where you could call in to call what episode you wanted in next. So either Hey Arnold, Rugrats, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Saved by the Bell, Sister Sister, Alex Mack, things like that. You could call in and vote, and they'd basically let you watch the next episode, basically, which was a waste of money. But as a kid, you don't think about that. You beg your parents you can watch
I
something.
know, I thought those sort of things were quite fun.
I did. What's that?
That was quite fun where you can call in and ask for the episode you want that you like.
It was when you were a kid, but now it'd be a waste of money if you thought about it. You know, because it was like £1 or something at the time, and think about it, you call in 20 times, it's 20 quid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you?
You stuck. You're stuck. You froze.
Did you ever watch Kingdom and Kel?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
But can you say the quote from Kel?
No.
It's what makes me. Who loves orange soda? I do, I do, I do. Woo! You know, and all this. That's the most famous quote, surely, from that show. Right? Kingdom and Kel, when I grew up, Kingdom and Kel was awesome. I love that show. I've got them all downloaded. And I always liked it. I thought it was a great show. It was so stupid, though, but it was awesome. I don't know if you've watched the two movies. The Headless one and Good Burger. I always think it's Goody Burger, but it's Good Burger. Good Burger to me was really over the top and stupid. I like the movie, but I don't class it as a Kingdom and Kel actual show movie. It's kind of different, but it gets put in with it.
I just remember the show from my early late 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Might be later than that, but have you heard of Drake and Josh?
Drake and Josh was of 2000s, and yep, I've got that downloaded too. Drake and Josh was another awesome kid show. I thought I liked it. I always liked the chemistry between Josh and Drake. I like that. Now they weren't like brothers, but they kind of got close and were brothers.
Yeah.
The movies they made of that were dreadful. I didn't like it. It went from being really good to become one of the most stupidest shows you could ever imagine. Another great teen show was Sister Sister.
Yeah, I watched that one as well. You know, Tia and the twin sisters. He was in an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark as well.
Tia and Tamara.
Yeah.
And I remember that one. I remember that episode for Dark, the one where she turns into the lizard thing.
Yeah, the chameleon.
There you go. Yeah, so I remember that. Sister Sister is always going to be one of my favourite teen shows of all time. I always loved that show. I always thought it was smart. I always thought it had a good teachings in it. I always thought it was a great teen show to watch. Saved by the Bell was another good show. Didn't like the college years, didn't like New Cross, but I liked the original ones.
What about Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I I liked it at the time. Now I think it's very dated and really thingy. The best bit about Sabrina Teenage Witch was the cat.
Salem.
Salem.
Yeah.
I used to love watching Salem try and conquer the world. And I used to love thinking, why can't they kill Sabrina off and make it the Salem show? Because it was better that way. You know, I just get tired of this whole drama. Oh, is she going to end up with Harvey? Is Harvey going to love her? Oh, no, Harvey's upset. Well, fuck Harvey. You know, at the end, he comes back and they got on a bike and ride off together. You know, I don't want to sound funny, but Harvey was a piece of shit. And if I had my way, I'd punch him in the face.
She is.
And the other one, Josh, when the other guy had his name Josh, she fell in love with. He was a piece of shit too. Working in a coffee shop, thinking he was all that. Well, you know what he can do? He can shove himself right up Harvey's arse, and they can become the new human centipede and walk off together. Fuck those two blokes, I tell you.
What about the Sabrina cartoon?
I only watched a couple of episodes of it and thought it was. I thought it was a bit. I watched a couple of episodes of it. I didn't really like it that much. Let's see. Do you mean Night School from 1981? Yeah, I do mean Night School. Sorry, I got that a bit wrong. That's a decent one, a bit slow. Yeah, I've never seen it, so I downloaded it. I'm going to watch it probably tonight.
That vampire movie?
No, I think it's a slasher.
Okay.
All I saw was in the thumbnail, so to be honest with you, I saw these girls in these wet tops. And I thought, you know, this might be a good one. I don't normally watch films because of that, but I thought, it looks like it could be good. So have a look. Have we got any more questions there first? Okay, no we haven't. So yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot of good shows. I mean, one of my favourite shows all the time was The Secret World of Alex Max. Do you remember that?
Me? No.
Turn into fluid to get in places, and it was like 4 seasons of it, and she'd go like this, and she'd go under, and then she'd come up again, and these people kept trying to catch her, but the thing that always got me was they tried to catch her, but they never found out where she lived. Like, in reality, if these men are looking for you, they're going to know exactly where you live, they're going to catch you, and they're going to go, ha ha ha, but no, she lived 1 minute away, Showtime, and they never found her.
Well, do you know if that actress Melissa Joan Hart does anything else now?
She does. She does the Melissa and something else show. It's on all the time now.
Was it a own show?
I think so. Let me have a quick look, and I can tell you what it's called. IMDb. Yay!
I look on that all the time.
I think everybody does. Oh, don't be slow on me. Melissa and Joey show, it's called.
Sorry?
It's called Melissa and Joey.
Okay.
Another one of those shows I liked was Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah, that's another show with her in. And that's another actress that was also in Are You Afraid of the Dark story.
Yeah, what? Oh, there we go. Another show I used to love watching when I was a kid. It's Gladiators. I always wanted to go on it and try knocking the Gladiators down with a big stick. You know what? I watched Gladiators, the English one, with Wolf. And I always liked Wolf.
I used to love watching that.
I used to like Wolf. I used to think he was awesome, like where he'd push people over and stuff. And you had all these really hot, muscular women on there. And I remember being a kid going, whoa. And I used to get up when I was a kid, I used to go like this all the time, like, whoa, yeah. Whoa. And I used to always say to my mum, can we go on there? Can we go on there? And she'd be like, I don't think you can because you can't do any of the stuff. I'd be like, charm. I used to like watching people getting, when they used to do that thing where they used to be on the, you know, on the hoops, and they used to hang, and the women used to tie themselves around the wheel and pull them down like, so I always think, oh, I wish that was me right now. Oh, you know? But it was awesome. I enjoyed Gladiators. I thought Gladiators was awesome. The American one was shit, because the American one used water.
What?
Yeah, the American one with Hulk Hogan had water, where they'd fall from the thing, and instead of hitting like bouncy stuff, they'd go in water. But yeah, Gladiators is a great show, Adam. It was great in its time. It's great now. I used to like watching the bit when they'd have the like the 0.3 second lead thing. It used to be awesome. It's stupid, but awesome. There was also another show I watched when I was a kid, and I don't know if everybody remembers it. It had kids on it, and they'd be small in these. They'd end up being small, and they'd be in cereal trying to pick stuff up, like swimming in it. But it wasn't actual cereal. It was like a cereal kind of level.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that was. I was looking for it last night, and I was like, what is it? Another great show when I watched when I was a kid was Nightmare.
Oh, I used to love that as well.
I always thought to myself, I watch it now because I've got them all downloaded. And I go, don't do that, you bastard! Fuck you! Right?
Is that the show when the contestant has to wear a helmet and the kids have got to lead them around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch it and I'm like, I watch it now and I'm like, why aren't you listening to me? And then I realised it was made in like 1984. Which means it was like 30 years ago.
Did you watch CITV as a kid?
I watched CITV a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
I watched it a lot, and they this. Does anybody remember Jungle with Keith Chegwin when he was naked, with all these other naked people, and they were doing the game show late at night, and he had a tiny little tackle that was like that big?
No.
He became famous for having the smallest tackle on screen. That's when his career went down the toilet.
What's your absolute favourite CITV shows?
Oh, Jungle one. That one where they had to be in the jungle, and not that one with Keith Shen, but the one where they went in the jungle and these monkeys used to come and steal things from them.
Yeah, that's still on now.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And they'd get like these block things.
Sorry?
I also like Michael. Michael won Whatever You Want, Whatever You Got. He won this show, Whatever You Want, and he became a host and he ended up doing it for years.
Do you remember the show called Michelangelo?
Was that the magic one?
I think so.
Was that the one where he walked on the ceiling and everything?
Yeah, that's it.
You know, I've been trying to figure out what that show was, and now you reminded me, I can watch it again.
He's an alien.
Yeah, that's it, and he walked on the ceiling, and it was a really weird, dated show now. Actually, why you mention that, I'm going to look to see if that's on YouTube, so I can watch it after we get off. Michelangelo.
Worth, that was a good show as well, about the boy that turned into a dog.
What about Wishbone?
No.
You never seen Wishbone? I know it is Michelangelo. It's on there, 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the story, Wishbone? Have you got the time? What's the story, Wishbone? We need to go to the bog. Where's the toilet, Wishbone? Stop trying to hide it from us. Where's the story, Wishbone? We need to do it now. I think you should become wrestling. Your name could be Kipper. Same as it could be mean as Jack the Ripper.
Are you on YouTube?
No, I'm not now, because I was just looking to see if it existed. I'm not looking on there now.
Go back on there and type in Worth theme.
Worst theme?
No. WOOF theme.
No, I'm not looking up that. I looked that one in the chat. It's awful.
Did you think that was an awful show?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's just dreadful. Look, here it is. Look, hold on.
There was once a boy who turned into a dog.
That's all I need to. That's all I need to hear. Dreadful. What's this one? Let's have this one. Yeah, this was the show.
Yeah.
Michelangelo was the show. I've been looking for that for ages. It It was one of my favourites when I was a kid, but also it's so dated now.
My mum used to love Worth. My dog always used to watch it all the time. Used to bark at it as well.
What? Crazy.
It was his favourite show.
Was it? Well, like, you know, there's something strange going on in that family. We're going to play my theme song.
Your Excellency, my
theme tune.
Here we go. Start the show. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Come on, Tim.
Hit them.
Nice and heavy. Bit of bass. Shake the
Nice.
Joanna comes in here. Man, clap your hands.
James always loves this song. He's Kipper, Kipper. He has just a bit. Kipper, Kipper. Yeah. James looks like a Kipper right now.
Come on, girls and boys, let's make a little noise. And as I snap the and the police say it's a regular piece, I'll sing all
Kipper, just a ripper. Kipper, Kipper. I'm thinking about making a music video using that song.
A music video?
Yeah, of me. I used to watch Bernard.
Chat, maybe on the midweek chat, you need to do your dance to that song coming into it.
I think I will do, you know. I think if next time I do the next show with James, I will dance in to the song Kepper, and then I will do a backflip in the air and break my neck. Bernard, wasn't Bernard's the one where he had the stopwatch?
Sorry?
And he stopped time. Wasn't it Bernard, the show where they stopped time with the watch?
Oh, no, it was Bernard's watch.
That's it, Bernard's watch. I watched that as a kid. And I remember thinking, I used to like where it used to go like this. Bernard has stopped time. Bernard can do anything he likes. And you'd see half of the time would stop, right? You want to see half what you're doing. And you used to think, what is Bernard doing? Bernard. I always wanted to talk to the kid who played Bernard and ask him, what were you doing? You know?
Yeah.
It was an awesome show, though. I liked it, because if something bad happened, he'd stop time and change it, and he'd be like this. And they always chose the most geekiest looking kid as well. Like, it was like this. Have you been a good boy, Bernard? Are you going to act like a dog, Bernard? Do you wish you were... Are you an Oliver reject, Bernard? What about Grandpa in my pocket?
Oh, you're not a fan of CBeebies, are you?
No, I don't like CBeebies at all, but I know you watch it. I know you watch it daily.
No, I only watch it when my nieces are over.
Yeah, okay, if you want to lie, we know you watch it half the day before you get online.
No, I don't. But it sounds like you watch, is it?
I used to. When I was in England, I used to watch some of it. Grandpa in my pocket always made me laugh, because you were like, why would you carry your grandpa in your pocket? Could you imagine being 20-odd, your grandpa in your pocket, being with your girlfriend, having sex with him in your pocket. Oh yeah. I'm having a heart attack.
What? Do you like CBBC?
I used to years ago when I used to get in from school.
What did you like to watch on that channel? You thinking?
Where she had the coin and you scratched the nose and things would happen.
Oh, you mean the Queen's nose?
That's what I said.
I didn't hear you because you froze then.
Oh, sorry, the Queen's nose. The Queen's nose. The Queen's nose.
Yeah.
I liked the first two series of it, but when they changed it, it just got ridiculous. I didn't like the newer ones. I liked the old original one because I thought that was great.
Did you like Round the Twist?
Well, that shitty show. Have you ever felt like this when shit's coming on your TV? Have you ever took a shit? Because when you look at it, then you know it's Round the Twist. Yeah. I used to like it. The King's man. Gonna put hot tape together again. I like it. Strange things happen. I like it. Come again another day. Woo! Anyway. Things happen. Let me tell you something about that song. This is a true story. When that song was written, the bloke was on the toilet. And he was going round the twist because he had bad diarrhea that day. That's why I always sing the song that way. And that is what made Round the Twist come to life. True story.
What about this one? What can you say about the story of this one?
Woo! Woo!
Sounds like a monster in the show. Woo!
Are You Afraid of the Dark is a very dated show now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good.
it was good, and it still is. It depends, you know. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, me personally, I grew up on the 80s and all that horror, and I watched Goosebumps, and I watched Tales of the Crypt, and I watched Are You Afraid of the Dark, but they never interested me as much as the actual proper horror movies.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them, but they were never as good to me as horror movies that you'd see on the TV. So I always ended up feeling like they were slack. I mean, I was watching horror movies when I was like 4. I was watching things like zombie flesh eaters and that 4, and watching something like Goosebumps and that to me was very.
Do you think you'd ever rebuy Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps just to have it?
If I saw them really cheap, like $4 each, then yeah. I won't pay $60 for them because it's not worth the money.
No.
You know, it's like Tales of the Crypt. They're worth $9.99, but they're not worth 28 quid each. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, for you, they're worth a lot more to you than they are to me, obviously, because you're a bigger fan of them.
Yeah. That's why I got the theme tune on my computer.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I've got the theme tune on my computer too.
That's because I sent it to you.
You sent it to me. And the twist, and sometimes I put them on when I'm thinking, and they help me think. You see, but sounds ridiculous that, but you know, it happens.
I bet you play the music, and Donna's wondering what is that playing.
She does, and it would be an epic game without James playing around the twist and Are You Afraid of the Dark music. Yeah, that's true.
What did she say?
She said it wouldn't be an epic hangout without James playing around the twist and Are You Afraid of the Dark music.
Is that from Kelly?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Oh dear. Somebody stop me.
What are you saying oh dear about?
I was just seeing if the person paid for their thing, and they haven't. I've been selling my ultraviolets on eBay, but I get in because I realised I don't need them on a thing when I've got them already on disc. You know, if I've got her and I've got on Blu-ray and I've got on DVD, I don't need the ultraviolet. So I sold the ultraviolet. I got this for $17.99. That
doesn't look like her. It looks like him.
That's because it's a man who was a woman to start off with. Let me kiss you now. I love you. I love you. It's a great film, actually. I want to see it properly. So I got it for saying I sold the ultraviolet today for $7. It's better doing that way because you end up saving yourself some money. You know what I mean? I mean, right now, it's like Eastbound and Down Season 4. I got that in the post on Blu-ray. And now I sold the ultraviolet for $13. So I got it for $22. So technically, I got it for $10. You see, it saved me money. I think it's better doing it that way. Don't you?
Yeah.
You know, it's because that way you get money back, you know, so that's what I've been doing. So every time I go ultraviolets now, I'm just going to sell them on eBay. Plus, you don't need to send them to people. You can just give them the ultraviolet code, and it saves you postage too.
Yeah. So you're really thinking about selling your ultraviolets on eBay?
I'm selling them on eBay.
How much are you selling them for?
Well, I've sold the movies on there for $7 each, and I sold Eastbound and Down for $13. And to me, it's a great thing to do because it just saves you money in the long run. Like if I get 10 movies, they're all ultraviolets, I sell them for $7 each. The ultraviolets, I get $70 back. Then I can buy a load more movies at $8 each and get loads of movies. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to me. It just makes more sense to try and save money that way.
Kelly just put, do you? Oh, I've lost it.
Everybody in this Saturday's night chat so damn sexy. The only person we are missing is Malcolm's love, Corey Feldman. You know, I thought we were getting past Corey Feldman. I thought today was going to be one of those days where I didn't hear about Corey Feldman at all.
You know what? I don't think she's ever going to stop mentioning them.
Well, that's all right. He needs someone to keep his memory alive, because nobody else does.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He doesn't even exist anymore in public view, in my idea. What's the last film he was in, anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought it was Lost Boys the first.
Yeah, but that was, what do you call it? That was like 2008, all that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know he did a shoot interview on a wrestling site, and I hate it, but he did, because it was like, of all the people to ask, why do you ask that drama queen, Corey Feldman? So depressive. Sometimes I
just read Kelly's full message then. Why is everyone in this Saturday night chat so damn sexy? The only person we are missing is Malcolm's love, Corey. Malcolm?
Yeah.
If I somehow invited him to one of our chats and I never told you about it, what would you say to him?
I'd say, Corey Feldman, I'm sorry, you were misinvited. I must go back to England and kill James right now in a very brutal way so that he can have his own horror movie. And then I'd say, I will go, and I will say, go after everyone on the YouTube chat who mentions Corey Feldman, and I will kill them all.
So what made you really dislike him?
The fact that he's a drug addict scumbag. You know, he's got no class, he's got nothing. We've been through this like a billion times now. Corey Feldman is shit. Corey Feldman is scum. You know, Corey Feldman is a big pile of shit in the toilet that just won't go away.
Corey Feldman's a big turd.
He is. He is. You know, I just look like this because I may as well still bring him up. You know, I'm so glad I'm married and I've got a nice life because I'd have killed myself by now from listening to this.
So, you don't own any movies with him in them?
I do.
See,
I got Goonies, the 3 Lost Boy movies, Friday the 13th Part 4. They've all got him in. But it doesn't mean I watch them for him.
Okay.
You know, I watch Goonies for Chunky.
Right.
I watched Friday the 13th Part 4 because I've got the whole collection in one box set on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I watched The Lost Boys because I like the original one. The second and third one are dreadful, but I'm a completist. I like having them in my collection.
Yeah.
You know, plus I saw them all at $5 each and picked them all at $5 each.
Malcolm, I didn't say anything at the beginning of this chat, but have you ever noticed anything different about my side here?
You're what? What on the video?
Well, in this room particularly.
Yeah.
What?
It's plain and bare and weird.
No, we have lights back on.
You have lights back on? Oh no, really? This is horrifying. There's a shadow behind you going. Not hear a story?
Well, okay.
Let me tell you a story. When I was 17, I was going a bit crazy at one point, a little bit cuckoo. Basically, I was getting like James's right now. Right?
Cuckoo.
Crazy, you know, and I was on the verge of a breakdown.
Because I'm Delia Cuckoo.
I was on the verge of a breakdown and everything, and I was going crazy.
Yeah.
And very serious subject now, no joking. It's serious. Okay. Truth things from me to you guys, right?
Okay.
So I had to go to this mental place called the Hedgecock Centre, where they evaluate you. And when I went in the room, it was completely white. Everything was white, and it's supposed to be a head trip to make you kind of lose it, kind of make you be who you are normally. Mental thing. Well, I went in there and I sat down normally, perfectly fine. Nothing in there affected me. My mum and my stepdad on the other hand were both like this. They begged to leave because they just couldn't handle the whiteness. And I remember just thinking to myself, what are they worried about? When I come out, it turned out that being stuck in the white room for an hour was supposed to be a test to see how much you'd drive me crazy. It didn't. just sat in there, my leg up, looking, being like this. What's going on? Then they asked me a few questions like, what makes you think you're going crazy? I don't think I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy, motherfucker. All right. And they told me I was fine. They did. They told me for like 2 years. They told me I was fine, and then it happened. Boom. Completely utter wreck.
What happened?
It was like a car crash.
No way.
Yeah, I went boom. And I seriously, I wasn't in a car crash. That was what it was like in my mind. It was like a car crash. Boom. And I lost a big part of me at one point in my life, and I won't get into it, but I went on the verge of heavy boozing and went on the verge of trying to kill myself, and
Is that why you don't drink now?
that's why I don't drink now, because I was in a relationship with a woman, and we had a kid, and basically the child died, and it broke my heart because it was a big part of me, and she had mental health problems and everything, and she was supposed to be looking after me, drowned, and I went on a complete wreck, and I tried to kill her and everything, and I was drinking, and I was trying to commit suicide twice a day, and my life was just down in the gutter completely. And that's when I met Donna. So when pills
Things turned around.
yeah, things turned around slowly. You know, I didn't meet her then, but I met her, you know, like months after when I'd really fallen and really, and then I met Donna. So when pills say things like, to me, like Donna's an old woman and all that stuff, it irritates out of me because she's always been there for me and she really saved my life.
Yeah.
And she's really been there for me. But yeah, I had a son and he basically died.
Did she help you come off the drink?
No, I did that. She basically, what happened was I was drinking bottles of vodka every day, and basically I was wrecked. My beard was up, and I was trying to kill myself, and I basically met her by luck.
Yeah.
I was going to a game and just cuss everybody out and be a bastard, and I used to break down in tears constantly, and she was there for me. I was crazy at the time, and she didn't have to pay with me, but she did.
Was that before you went to America?
It was a long time before I went to America, you know, and I lived in a small place of my own after everything happened, and I was in a real claustrophobic place with kids outside screaming every day, and I was going crazy from everything.
You know that video you did with you and your
Cousin.
Yeah, cousin. Was that your place? Was it?
That was my place. That was my home.
Yeah.
My home in England. But yeah, so basically, I met Donna, and she helped me a lot. She was very loving and caring to me. My mum and everybody would blame me for what happened, and it would make me a lot worse. And Donna was there, and she basically saved my life. So when people wonder, you know, what's he doing, you know, and all that, it's because Donna saved my life, and I really fell in love with her because of the way she was.
Yeah.
Probably the first person in my life that really gave me any real love. So when you think about how I'm a good guy and I'm quite decent and I'm very happy going, it's because Donna's love and because of our relationship. So I just kind of wanted to say, hey, Donna is a lovely person, and if it weren't for her, I'd probably have been in prison or dead.
Yeah.
You know, because I just went crazy completely. So I don't know what made me bring it up, but I guess I just felt like doing it.
What's she doing today?
She's upstairs doing a workout off the Xfinity Comcast thing.
Does she like doing that?
Yeah, she does.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm a little bit depressed. I'm a little bit sad. I'll be better in a minute.
I wish I wish I knew something funny for you to hear.
Let's think of a funny subject. I know what's funny. Let's take the piss out of you for a minute. That always helps. Let's say, Darren's
Right.
love shitty movies. The crappy DVD reviewer.
Actually, I haven't done a review for ages.
You know, neither have I.
I've done that movie for every year of my life for 1991, but that's not really a review.
You know, I'd love to do that, the review for every year of my life, but I just can't do it because I just don't want to have to go through every single one looking for the year it was made. You know what I mean? Oh, we've got a question. Have you seen the revenge movie The Exterminator from 1980?
No.
I have. It's an hour release on Blu-ray, and I've seen it. And it's got Jackson in it from the American Ninja 1, 2, and 3. The black guy, the muscly black guy, because in case no book. So Steve James, that's his name. Steve James. The movie itself, I think it's alright. I thought it was a little bit, and I thought it had a cheap feel to it when I first watched it. I did like it a lot though, like the bit where I think Steve James gets stabbed or something, or hurt, like gets beaten up or something. I think something like that. I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember thinking some of the kills are ridiculous in it. Revenge movies, the top revenge movies I've seen, The Death Wish, and probably Savage Streets, and probably a couple of others. But yeah, I saw it ages ago.
Do you go to the cinema often?
Oh no, I don't.
Have you got any local to you?
Yeah, there's 5.
Right?
I tell you why I don't. Because I just can't stand the trash in there. What happens is you go to the cinema and you get all these people making all these loud noises, and
Noises like what?
uh, or they're talking, or they're kicking the back of your chair. Last I went to a cinema, someone was kicking about my chair, and I turned around and I punched him in the face.
Right?
And then I slapped him around the face and said, "You do that again, I'll fucking stab you in the face." Right? Did I have a knife on me? No, I didn't. But in England, saying to someone you'll stab them normally scares them, or they go, "Oh shit, this is a hard bastard." In America, you have to go, "I'll shoot your ass," and they go. But
You know what's weird? The last few times I've been to the cinema with Nick, right? There's been nobody actually in there. It's just been us two.
yeah, the best time to go is during the day because people are either working or they're at school.
Yeah.
You know, that's the best time to go. I find it the best thing to do is to go then. But Donna wants to go and see Star Wars 7 when it comes out. So we'll probably go and see that.
You think you'll take it to see that?
I think so. I think we'll go and see that.
Are you a big Star Wars fan?
I'm not, but I like Star Wars. I like it a lot, but I'm not a big fan of it.
What do you think of the prequels?
What, 1 to 3?
Yeah.
I love Revenge of the Sith. That's number 3, isn't it?
That is my favourite one. I like how Anakin Skywalker becomes Darth Vader.
I like Darth Vader was always my favourite character. In the original 3, I was like, Darth Vader kills them all for me, my brother. Kill your son, kill your daughter, kill their mother, kill everybody. Kill that old codger Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? And he did. And I was like, thank you for killing Obi-Wan. But Obi-Wan goes like this. So Luke Skywalker and goes, and then he gets cut. And you're like, okay.
What would you do, Malcolm, if you was let loose with a lightsaber?
I'd kill a whole load of people. I'd want to practice cutting off limbs, so I'd just run down the street. I suppose it was cool having 2 lightsabers and throwing them up in the air.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever... Oh, we got a new comment, I think.
What do you think of the Die Hard movies, James? Yes! Let's talk about Die Hard. Die Hard is one of my favourite series. You go, James.
I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen any of them?
No, I haven't. All I know is I think I'm right in saying this, that Bruce Willis is in them.
All I'm going to say is, why do we put up with James?
Go on, your host.
Why do we put... Let's all vote me as the host and kick James out because he hasn't watched any of these movies. I'm like, you know what? This is some serious shit right now. We're going to talk about this. James, one thing, not seeing horror movies like some things, but Die Hard... I've seen every single one, and now I'm going to have to go into every detail of them, of what I think of them.
Because... You know the reason why I haven't seen them? Because horror is my main passion, action movies isn't.
But things like White Chicks with the burn victims is, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, okay, Die Hard 1. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Alright? Number 1 to me, I have to admit, I love the whole thing where he goes in there, he's with his wife, they've got problems, the building gets taken over by Along, the Asian bloke in the lobby, and you've got Alan Rickman as the main villain. He makes great main villain. Some of my highlights of the movie, where he sends the person down the over with ho 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 with a Christmas hat on, and dead, and he's like, "No, they killed my brother. I will get revenge. I will get revenge right now," but in a German accent like this, right? I will get revenge for that bastard. He will not win, right? And I really like the ending, where he's got the gun on the back of his back, and his wife's falling out the window, and Alan Rickman's like this. Ah. Right. Number 2, when they're in the airport. When it turns out that the Army of them was part of it, that was shit, right? The way the main villains get blown up on the plane at the end, terrible, right? Did I like the rest of the film? Yeah, I did. I thought it was really good. Number 3, Samuel Jackson, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Samuel Jackson, you're like, oh, what's this bastard doing in this film? I hate him. Why didn't they put someone like Robert De Niro in it going like this? Hey, I'm a Sicilian, huh? You know, it's the... Anyway, it turns out that the main villain is the brother of Alan Rickman. It's character number 1. And you're like, oh, this is quite not a bad story, make him drive around everywhere, all this. But the ending, again, it's a lot to be desired. Number 4, Die Hard, Live Free, Die Hard, or Die Hard 4.0, depending on what you're watching, and what one you're watching. I think that one is very action-packed. It's very over the top because it's very. I forgot what I was saying there. Oh, it's very action-packed, and the problem with it is it's not like a policeman going against terrorists now. It's like an action hero going against terrorists. Maggie Q's good in it.
Malcolm has frozen.
Number 5 is
You froze then.
what?
I need your password for Amazon because I'm getting a library book up there and it's not on that computer.
Hold on a minute.
Just write it.
Is that? Are you getting it with on your Kindle?
Yeah.
Alright, and number 5, going back to, sorry about that, married life, you have to help your wife when they come in. Number 5 is the worst of the lot, where he meets his son in Russia, and he goes like this, "Hey, Johnny boy, why are you doing this?" And they've got the Russian terrorist who turns out to be the bad guy who's trying to be good. It's awful. And they're making a 6th one now as well. So to answer your question,
Are they going to keep on going, like making them all the time?
well, to be honest with you, the only good ones in my view are number 1 and 2. Number 3 and 4 are not so bad, but 5 and I think 6 is going to be appalling. The best bit about number 6 is number 5 is the trailer. Do 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 do, and they go through the ceiling and everything. Like, they fall down the building, like halfway down the building, and they survive by finding a pole which is like that deep. That's not possible. And it's like the son is the action hero in the movie, and he's not. It's just like, eh. And a lot of these movies are coming now because of the Expendables movies. Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Claude Van Damme and all that, they're all right, but they weren't big movies that were coming out. Now they're becoming bigger. Sylvester Stallone started making films now. I mean, like today, I picked up Grudge Match, right?
Yeah.
Right. Is it going to be any good? I don't know. It's got two really old men in it pretending to be fucking boxers now. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, the original Rocky series was excellent. 1 to 4 was amazing, but 5 and Rocky Balboa,
Do you have a least favourite action film?
I do.
Yeah.
Tell it right now. It's called The Life and Times of James Johnson. He sits there at the computer screen while everybody else watches the movies. Now, I think the worst action film I've ever seen was probably something like Mission of Justice.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. You know, I like that film, but it's not the best. Not Die Hard 2, Beverly Hills Cop 2. I like that, but I didn't like number 3 that much.
Do you like Masters of the Universe?
What, the movie or the series?
Both.
The movie with Dolph Lundgren in, as Dolph Lundgren running around half naked with his chest showing, going, like, oh yeah, someone get me the baby oil. That's what James thinks anyway. He told me earlier. But the animated series I saw only about 10 episodes. And I liked it. I'd like to pick up, but Mill Creek have released it over here, and it's shit. What I mean by that is they've released in this beautiful box, but it's just in cardboard sleeves inside the box.
Yeah.
I hate that. I don't want to buy something which got cardboard sleeves. I want to buy something which is a beautiful box set.
What about Back to the Future?
We've got a question, James, and then we'll answer that one.
Okay.
Do you like Jean-Claude Van Damme films?
Who?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Van Damme? Who says that?
Kelly.
I always hate saying no to her. But no, I've never heard of him.
Oh my word. I've got nearly every single movie he's made. The recent ones I don't like as much. My favourite Jean-Claude Van Damme films, Double Impact, where he's got his twin brother in it. That's great on Blu-ray, by the way. I love that movie. It's got one of the best villains in it of all time, Bolo Yeung. Bloodsport, Double Team, which has got this one in. I didn't like it originally, but I've got a fondness for it now. Cyborg, Hard Target, Sudden Death. What else is there? Wake of Death wasn't too bad. Replicant wasn't too bad. I haven't seen the recent one. 6 Bullets, I wasn't too keen on it. It wasn't bad, and that was kind of a recent one. I thought Jean-Claude Van Damme was good in The Expendables 2 as the villain. But when that's got Adkins, who's like the newest up-and-coming martial arts movies from the Ninja series, as his henchman, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought he could have been used more. But Jean-Claude Van Damme is one of my favourite martial arts movie stars. I like him a lot better than Steven Seagal. And I've got nearly every Steven Seagal movie as well as Dolph Lundgren. You know?
Do you have any favourite Dolph Lundgren films?
I do. Well, it's one of my favourite Dolph Lundgren films is Rocky 4.
How about Expendables?
Expendables. I like the Expendables movies. I like what's it called? Showdown in Tokyo Town, the one with Brandon Lee. What else? Killer Machine's not too bad. Peacemaker's not too bad. You know, I always go brain dead on Dolph Lundgren because it's not as big as he is. It's not like the biggest one in my view. But I've got quite a few of his movies, and I do like him a lot. Scott Adkins, Ninja 1, Ninja 2, Undisputed. I think that's number 3. Never Back Down 2, I think he's in. He's great. I like Scott Adkins. Oh,
would you say ninja movies were your #1 genre?
what, ninja movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got tons of them. Like today, I bought one for my update. I love ninja movies. The only problem is, it's hard to find any real ninja movies. I mean, the Godfrey Ho ninja movies, to me, ain't counted as ninja movies. They're counted as cheap movies that are sliced together into ninja movies. Do I like them? Yes. Do I think they're ninja movies? No. Some of my favourite ninja movies: Life of a Ninja, American Ninja 1, 2, 3, and 4. There is a 5th, but I don't count it as a ninja movie per se, even though it's a kids' movie.
Do you consider the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies as a ninja movie?
In their own way, they are. I don't count them as an official ninja movie, but I class them as ninja action. Because they've got the right kind of weapons.
Yeah.
Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja Domination, Ninja Shadow of the Tear. Let's see, what else is there?
This is Ninja on the Moon.
That is not a ninja film. I've got that on Blu-ray, James, and it's not a ninja film. It's not even it's Nick Box made that film, and Nick Box is a great talented director. He's dyslexic Nick. You know, did the reviewer who said what he did on your channel on the last video.
Yeah. And subscribe to him.
Yeah, I don't classify it as a ninja film per se. I mean, the films are good. I mean, they're good low-budget films. He does a good job with them, but I won't classify it as a ninja film.
You know that I actually got a short film that Dyslexic Nick recommended, and that's that short 15-minute film, How My Dad Killed Dracula.
Yeah, I was bidding on that on eBay at one point. I never got it, so I don't really know much about it.
It's only a short movie. Well, it's not even really a movie. It's like a...
Have you ever seen any Nick Box films?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
My mum says I can only have another 10 minutes.
How comes you're going earlier and earlier?
I don't know. I think she wants to come down and watch a bit of telly.
Anyway, so have you seen any of his films?
No.
One of his most famous films is Mr. Rape's First Date.
No, I'm just going to go and have it. I'm going to explain. See if I can have until 11.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Well, 10 minutes is 11.
No, it's a little longer. No, I'll be right back.
All right. Mr. Rape's First Date is a Nick Box film. I got on Blu-ray. It's quite an interesting film. Donna doesn't like it, obvious reasons. But it's probably his best. It's probably his best movie in my view. You know, more realistic kind of movie. Nick Box is alright. It's a great guy. I'm not going to put him down or anything. I think his films are great for the price he pays them. You know, to make them. But Mr. Rape's First Date is his best one. You can buy it now, I think, for MRPD. Yeah. You know, if you like if you like movies with like a little bit of sleaze, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of cheapness to, they're good movies. I mean, I've watched all of his movies and I like most of them. Anyone got a question? Anyone got a question? Anyone got a question? Anyone got a question?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I will have to go at 11.
Alright. Did anyone used to watch Eurotrash on Channel 4? I did. I used to watch Eurotrash with my dad. And I remember the most famous one on there was that big-breasted woman who died, and her breasts were like, ugh! They were like massive. And she died. I remember that. And Eurotrash was, if I remember, it was a very cheap, really weird show, but it was really good.
I heard of that.
Yeah, it was on Channel 4 late at night. I think it was like 10:50, 11:50 at night. And it was a really weird show because the guy had a foreign accent. And he'd be like, yeah, the big dads. You know. Another show which was on Channel 4, which was pretty good, was Bonsai.
Yeah,
Remember Bonsai?
I've heard of it.
Where he used to shake the person's hand, the celebrity's hand as long as he could in the time on it. And then when the guy would when they let go, he'd go, Bonsai! And the thing was like, yeah, it was awesome.
Awesome! You're awesome!
Well, since we've got 10 minutes, is there anything you want to say, James, of any importance before we go?
I get older next month. I got some pretty good stuff coming a lot, been uploaded as well. As you may or may not know, I've started on the X-Files gameplays, and I'll be doing the midweek chat. Are you gonna be around for that one, Malcolm?
Well, the midweek chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll probably after this. I'm probably gonna try and do my. I'm probably gonna quickly try and do my update, my live hangout update video.
Yeah.
As soon as this ends, probably just to do my update on that, because I'll have half an hour before I forget off. So, well, 26 minutes. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Sorry, what did you say?
I said, so I'll probably do the live hangout thing then.
Yeah.
Not live hangout, but the way of doing the update then. So if anyone wants to watch that, it'll be on straight after this.
Yeah. I'm not really buying any more new DVDs at the moment because my birthday coming up. I'll be getting myself more stuff after that.
Well, surprise, surprise, James. I've got a surprise for you. You've got 50 movies coming from me.
50?
No, I'm only joking. Your presents from me might take a little bit while longer, but they're coming, alright?
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay.
James, what is your favourite Sarah Michelle Gellar movie?
Who asked that?
Kelly.
Kenny? There is one I own called The Return, another YouTuber sent me. That's a good one.
I think my favourite one would have to be, I Know What You Did Last Summer, because she gets butchered in it.
I would say that, but I haven't got him, so I can't really comment on that one.
Have you seen it, though?
Yeah, I've seen them all.
Have you seen them? You can mention them.
Yeah, she's good in that. I mean, she only in just one.
What's that?
She's only in just one.
Yeah, that's true. She dies. I like it. The best part about it is she goes, and you're like, yeah, okay. I remember when I was a kid it'd come on, because I think I'm in 1999.
Malcolm, your impression of a woman is funny.
You like it? Oh no, oh wow, oh no, help me, oh. Donna likes it when I talk in the East End gangster voice.
What?
You wipe me over, Jim, old China, how you doing? I'm gonna cut you like a fish if you keep on. Fuck you son of a bitch. Yeah, Core Intentions is good as well. I do like Core Intentions a lot. But I prefer number 2. I prefer the second one.
Is that a Sarah Michelle Gellar film?
Yeah, Core Intentions is a Sarah Michelle Gellar movie. It's got Ryan Phillippe in it and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
And Selma Blair.
Who, Blair?
Selma Blair. There's a bit where Ryan Phillippe goes, I want to kiss your lips. It's like this. And he goes, the other lips. And she's like... Yeah.
That's hilarious.
know,
Good.
I like Clone Kenshin's 2. One of my favourite scenes in it is where he's kissing her, he's feeling her up, number 2. Not Sarah Michelle Gellar, it's completely different people. And he goes, oh yeah, and he's all over, and she goes, oh, by this rate, I'll be eating something else for lunch. And he goes, oh, come on, let's bring on lunch. It's just fun, mate. You know, I love the second one a lot more.
How many Core Intentions did they make then?
It's 3. I've seen all 3. The third one, I like the third one as well. I think in order, I like number 2, number 1, and number 3. You know?
What are they about?
They're all technically the same thing. But making a bet and trying to get it over and done with. Like, number 1. Well, I bet you can't, this is Sarah Michelle Gellar. If you can get Reese Witherspoon to take her pants down, then I will let you fuck me. Yeah. I'm wearing these beautiful clothing. And this is the bit where one of the people is in a poll, Reese Witherspoon, he plays the song, Love me, love me. I think that's the song. Say that you need me, love me, say that you want me, yeah. But yeah, it's a good film, but it's great. And he finally falls in love with her, right? Reese Witherspoon. He's all over her, and he tries to win her back. He pushes her out of the way of a car, boom! He gets hit by a car and he dies. It's by a yellow taxi in New York, and he dies. And it serves him right for putting a bet on. Yeah, the second one's a lot better, in my view. You know, I haven't got that movie on DVD anymore. I really need to download it and rewatch it, because I love that movie, number 2.
What's your point of view on the whole downloading of movies and TV shows?
I think it's great.
Do you think that Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff would just disappear though if everything's going to go digital?
I can't believe you asked this with 4 minutes left, because this could have been a whole hour conversation. But I'll make it, I'll cut it down in 3 minutes. Ready? Okay, we go. Blu-rays and DVDs, online is key in the marketplace for movies to be bought, right? But to be honest with you, that doesn't really matter anymore, because with the ultra rights and people being able to stream, you can download offline, because it's not killing it, because streaming is killing the movie section there. Anyway, streaming is to try and prevent people from online downloading, right? But the thing is, at the end of the day, who cares? Do you know what I mean? I want to download shows I can't go on DVD, like Wishbone, you know, and stuff like that. And some horror movies which were only released on VHS, like, I don't know, like Fatal Games, for instance, even though you can get it on DVD in England for 50p. That's what I want it for. I don't want it for films I can buy. Like, I don't want to download the Switch when I can just buy it.
Yeah.
Pardon me. When I was in England, I downloaded wrestling events, so I couldn't buy them because I'd need to pay ridiculous import fees. But Wentworth on Blu-ray. Australia, to get from Australia, it costs $80. Why not download the HD and watch that until you find it cheap on eBay, like I did?
I just like solid copies.
Yeah, I prefer solid copies, as you can tell by my collection. I do prefer that.
Yeah.
But if it need be, I will download it to watch it. Because if it's the only way, it's the only way you can do it. Do I agree with online download? Yes and no. It depends on what you're downloading. If you haven't got the money to be able to buy things, then yeah, download them. If you like,
how much is it to download them?
Nothing. It's free. If you get certain torrent things, you get like uTorrent, and you go on Pirate Bay, you can download things for free.
So what website do you go to get them all on?
PirateBay.se.
Right.
You know, you can get tracked and caught for it, but that rarely happens. I mean, I've been downloading stuff for years, since I was 14, and I've never been caught on it. And neither's my cousin, and he's been doing it for 20, I think. Or as he said.
Is he still downloading them now?
Yeah, he downloads movies for work and stuff.
Yeah.
Me personally, I like being able.
Hello?
do I think that DVDs and Blu-rays are dying? I think they are slowly, but I think a lot of that has to do with the whole streaming aspect. I don't know why people stream when the streaming quality is never as good as a DVD or Blu-ray. The whole 4K bullshit they're talking about, that's going to take a lot more internet to happen, and a lot of people haven't got strong enough internet for it to happen. So it's all going to disappoint people. People are going to just get disappointed. And me, even when DVDs and Blu-rays die out, if they're streaming, I'll still buy Blu-rays and that because they'll be cheaper and I can own them then.
Yeah.
You know, like VHSs. If you want to buy VHSs now, you're paying 25p for. Unless there's super rare ones like on eBay and people want a ridiculous amount for them. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I've never downloaded a movie, and because I've not done so, I still pretty much want there to be DVDs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if they do decide to just vanish and there's not going to be solid copies anymore, then I'll have to just get used to downloads. But until that time comes...
Well, I'll give you an example of what I do. Wrestling things like Raw and SmackDown and that, and Impact. I download the shows of them because you can't ever get them on DVD. And if you do, they're highlight things. So I download them because I can't buy them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wishbone, I can't buy that. So I downloaded it. You know what I mean? I've got some shows downloaded I can buy, but they're ridiculous prices. Like, years ago, I downloaded all the Soprano series because they were like 50 quid a set. And then when I saw them cheaper, like 8 quid a set, I bought them all and deleted them off my hard drive. You know? I'd rather own a physical copy, but it's like Stage Fright. Recently, I watched Stage Fright from 2014. I downloaded a HD rip of it. I watched it because...
I thought that this room was going to be...
Oh.
Donna said 3 o'clock I could come in.
Well, I'm still doing this. Is that right? Is that right?
I mean, can I get on my computer and you can stay there?
Well, I'm on the chat. If you
You're
give
finished?
me, if you give me a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, who's that?
That was my mother-in-law.
You can end up now if you like and continue on Wednesday.
All right. Well, all I was going to say was before we go was that
You've forgotten what to say, haven't you?
yeah, I won't be doing my update now because of the thing. So
Can you do it tonight?
yeah, I'll probably do it later on.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do it and then just mark it for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, do you want to say what you wanted to say before you went?
Do you want to say your goodbyes first and then I'll do mine?
Oh, well, thanks for listening, guys, and thanks for being here. And I always enjoy seeing Jimmy, Adam, and you, Kelly. It's always good because you guys are awesome. You ask great questions, and like that, it's just good to build relationships with you all. Because that's what YouTube's about in the long run. It's like building friendships and, you know, annoying people, you know, frustrating people, saying things, you know, insulting people, you know, whatever you want to do, you know, starting wars online, you know. I'm going to start a war with my army of 3, Jimmy, Adam and Kelly, against Brendan Mitchell's 15,000. And we're going to win.
Yeah.
I can do that. No, I'm only joking. Brendan Mitchell's an awesome guy, just, you know, from what I said earlier. All I'm going to say is I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blu-ray thing again properly in that one because we only had 4 minutes to talk about. So I'd like to talk about that more again on Wednesday.
That'll be good.
Alright?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more X-Files gameplays from you, James, over the next couple of days because they're fun to watch.
You've enjoyed that part 1 then?
I did, I enjoyed it. The game looks a bit dated now, you know, because of when it came out. But it was still fun watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it was made in 1998.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it? I thought it was made in 1996.
I made a mistake in the intro, but no, I think it was brought out. I think it was made in 96, released in 98.
Okay.
Well, then, should I end this now? Thanks for watching and enjoying the hangout. Kelly, Jimmy Richards, and Adam. Hope to see you all again on Wednesday. And for me and Malcolm, this is it. So goodbye and take care.